Well, there has been inevitable backlash online, fans accusing Disney of inserting unnecessary feminism into classic fairy tales.
And this is despicable stuff because you're taking legacy.
Disney's Snow White remake is facing a storm no one saw coming. A record-breaking backlash, a trailer that's gone viral for all the wrong reasons, and a boycott that's shaking the very foundation of the studio.
With Bob Iger scrambling to contain the fallout, could this spell the end of Disney's golden era? Or is there more to this unfolding disaster than meets the eye?
Policies hurt shareholders. In new SEC filing, Disney is now admitting that it's been slapped by its own customers for its far-left social and political.
The live-action Snow White remake has become a lightning rod for criticism, setting new records for controversy in the film industry. Reports reveal the movie has failed not one, but 5 test screenings, a rare and troubling sign that audiences are rejecting it outright. Adding fuel to the fire, the trailer quickly became one of the most disliked videos on YouTube. This public outcry sparked a wave of online activism, with hashtags like #BoycottDisney and #NotMySnowWhite taking over social media. But the backlash isn't just about one film. It reflects a deeper frustration with what many feel is Disney's departure from the magic and charm that once defined its legacy.
Over the years, they've made a lot of classic films that stand the test of time, like Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King, 101 Dalmatians.
Disney's recent live-action remakes have been anything but smooth sailing, with each project sparking its own wave of criticism. Mulan faced backlash for straying too far from the animated classic. Fans missed the charm of the Psalms and Mushu. But the real controversy centered around filming in Xinjiang, China, a region linked to human rights abuses. Then came The Little Mermaid, which divided audiences over casting choices, and received mixed reviews for its CGI effects, leaving some feeling that the underwater visuals lacked Disney's usual magic. Even the widely successful Beauty and the Beast wasn't immune. The inclusion of a minor LGBTQ subplot drew criticism from conservative groups, while Emma Watson's portrayal of Belle sparked debates about her vocal performance and acting choices. Each adaptation seemed to drift further from Disney's original enchantment, alienating longtime fans in the process.
Blatantly discriminates against whites, white men in particular.
I think I'm sort of like well prepared for it.
In recent years, Disney has leaned heavily into diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) initiatives, reshaping its approach to storytelling to reflect a more modern and inclusive vision. While the goal seems to be broadening the appeal, critics argue that the execution often feels forced or performative. Instead of fostering unity, these changes have left many longtime fans feeling disconnected from the Disney they grew up loving. The backlash isn't limited to just the remakes. Marvel's Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania also drew criticism for scenes perceived as anti-police, as highlighted in reports from America First Legal. Fans and analysts alike suggest that Disney's storytelling has shifted from timeless narratives to moral messaging, making it increasingly difficult for audiences to connect.
Disney stock has been a terrible investment over the past decade, with no gains during that time. In fact, the stock is down 38% over the past 5 years. And even today, after beating earnings,
Disney's financial struggles have reached staggering levels, with its market cap plummeting from $341 billion to $45 billion in just a few years. This dramatic decline highlights growing dissatisfaction from both audiences and investors. What should have been a year of celebration for the company's 100th anniversary has instead become a year marked by public relations disasters and underperforming projects. These issues have left many shareholders frustrated, openly questioning the decisions made under Bob Iger's leadership. Some have even discussed the possibility of legal action, blaming mismanagement for the financial downturn. The combination of declining stock value and eroding audience trust paints a bleak picture. Investors who were once confident in Disney's ability to deliver hits are now grappling with the harsh reality of a company struggling to maintain its iconic status in the entertainment industry.
He said it was, quote, rethinking its use of dwarves in the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs remake. Now some dwarf actors are asking, who put Peter Dinklage in charge of the dwarf community? Dylan Post.
One of the most criticized decisions in the Snow White live-action remake was replacing the iconic Seven Dwarfs with CGI creations. Fans who expected Disney, known for its artistic legacy, to deliver characters rich in detail and charm, were instead met with lifeless, uninspired CGI dwarfs. This sparked outrage among audiences who felt the decision was more about cost-cutting than creative choice. Many pointed out that the original 1937 Snow White captivated viewers with its heartfelt portrayal of these beloved characters, making this remake's approach feel like a betrayal of that magic. For longtime fans, this wasn't just a technical misstep, it symbolized how far Disney had strayed from its roots. The backlash against the CGI dwarfs became a rallying cry for those disillusioned by the company's recent creative direction.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can.
Rachel Ziegler, cast as Snow White, found herself at the center of controversy after comments she made about the original 1937 film. Her dismissive remarks about the classic story, calling it outdated and irrelevant, alienated fans who cherished the timeless charm of the original. These comments fueled ongoing backlash, with many questioning her suitability for the role. Even Gal Gadot, a Hollywood powerhouse playing the evil queen, couldn't offset the negativity surrounding the production. While Gadot's involvement brought some initial excitement, it wasn't enough to sway critics or win over skeptical audiences. Behind the scenes, rumors of tensions among the cast and crew only added to the chaos. Reports of disagreements over creative decisions suggested deeper challenges within the production. Meanwhile, Disney's content has faced increasing scrutiny for what many perceive as political messaging disguised as family entertainment. A notable example is a Muppet Babies episode where Gonzo dons a dress, framed as a lesson in acceptance. While some praised the storyline, others argued it was more about advancing a political agenda than fostering understanding. Similarly, Disney Plus's programming has come under fire from groups like America First Legal AFL for pushing controversial narratives about race and identity. Critics claim these shows emphasize ideology over education, sparking debates about the appropriateness of such themes for young audiences. This growing trend has fueled a perception that Disney is prioritizing activism over engaging storytelling. Fans who once celebrated Disney's ability to unite diverse audiences now feel alienated as the company shifts its focus from timeless tales to moral instruction. Interview 716. Disney's classics like The Lion King and Aladdin captured hearts worldwide with their universal themes, stunning visuals, and unforgettable music. These stories resonated across generations by blending diverse cultural influences with storytelling that felt authentic and heartfelt. What set these films apart was Disney's ability to explore complex themes like love, loss, and self-discovery without alienating its audience. Fans are now calling for a return to this approach, urging the company to focus on creating stories that transcend boundaries and connect universally.
The Beast debuted in 1991, followed by Aladdin in 92 and The Lion King in 94. The success of these resulted in what is now known as the Disney Renaissance.
With mounting internal conflicts and widespread audience dissatisfaction, critics suggest that Disney could benefit from taking a step back, pausing its divisive live-action remakes, and redirecting its focus to animated originals that capture the company's enduring charm. As the fallout from the Snow White controversy continues, many are left wondering how this will affect Disney's ambitious slate of upcoming projects. With 2025 on the horizon, the company's ability to recover hinges on addressing its disconnect with fans and returning to stories that resonate universally. Whether Disney can adapt or remain stuck in its current cycle could define its future. So, what kind of video would you like to see on this channel? Let us know in the comments below.